The Vermont legislators have been very focused and remained focused these past couple of sessions on workforce development statewide. So we thought we'd share some of the newer programs that have come out of the legislature the last couple of years that are specific to different workforces throughout the state. Many of the programs that have come out of the legislature as related to workforce development have been in the form of interest-free forgivable loans. And these programs can be a little confusing for us because they sometimes have the word scholarship in the name. They also have interest-free and forgivable in the name. So we wanted to walk through these a little bit with you. The way that they work is students apply for these programs. All of these are listed in our Scholarships for Vermonters booklet. And students apply for the forgivable loan like they would apply for any of the scholarships that VSAC assists with. So they complete the unified scholarship application and submit any other required documents that the individual program requires. Once their eligibility for the program has been reviewed, if they're eligible, we'll notify the student of their eligibility, and at that point in time, they also receive a promissory note that they are required to sign and return to VSAC. And the promissory note confirms basically their commitment to the specific work obligations related to that program. So all of these programs require some sort of work commitment in a specific field for a certain number of years. And by signing that promissory note, the student's making that commitment to work in the field and remain in Vermont for each year that they're awarded the program. As long as the promissory note was received, the funds are dispersed just like any other scholarship that VSAC administers. So once enrollment is verified each term, then we'll disperse the funds directly to the school. Then, so that's kind of the awarding, dispersing process. At the end of each academic year, VSAC verifies the recipient's status with the recipient, basically to confirm what they were doing the prior year. So for many students that are receiving this first year, for example, they're going to tell us that they were in school. But for students, that may have received funds from these programs a couple of years ago, they may have received their license by now, they may be working. So this gives them an opportunity for VSAC to check that they are still kind of in the process of working towards the commitment that they signed on their promissory note, and then for them to let us know what they're doing. So as long as the student is still in school or has completed their program, graduated, completed their program, maybe is working on their license or has received their license, all in the last year, for any one of those, they don't have to be doing all of them, this remains a forgivable loan, and the student is not due for repayment. If the only time that this becomes repayable or the student becomes due for payment is if the student did not complete their program and they stopped out. They're not still in school. They've decided this is not the job for me or the career for me. So they didn't complete their program, they didn't obtain their license, or they moved out of Vermont or working in a different job or field. That's when the loan would go into repayment and we would notify the student.